Hello everyone, it's Maria here from pepperlyrose.blogspot.com.au. I'm an independent Stampin' Up demonstrator in Sydney, Australia. Thank you so much for joining me. Today I'm going to show you a project using the tags and trimmings bundles and the stitch shaped framelits, and what we're going to make today is like a matchbook, but the only difference is it has like a little like a pocket that you can put some M&Ms in there or anything that's of similar size, and it's really cute. I quite like this this little setup here. It will have a belly band, so we'll make it together. Okay, so we'll get started. Put these away for now. So what we will need is a piece of Night of Navy cardstock. You can use any cardstock you like. This is 4 inches across by 8 1/4 inches long, okay, and you'll need a piece of 1/2 inch strip of Night of Navy by 7 1/4, so it's 1/2 by 7 1/4. You'll need a scrap piece of Night of Navy again and some silver foil. Okay, so to start off with, we're going to use this Snowflake stamp here from the Tags and Trimmings stamp set. So I'll just take out my stamp. I forgot to mount this on a block, so I'll bring out my block, and we'll be using for this one block B. So I'll just pop that onto a block, and I like having my stickers on my blocks, but you don't have to if you don't want to. And I have a little piece of what's called clear grip, and I've just got that on one end of the block, and I have the other one just not plain. And I find this helps to keep the stamps on, so I'm just going to stick that on like so. Okay, so now it's mounted, and you can do this and it doesn't come off. See, that's my little tip for the day. I've shared this tip before in another video, but I'm going to share it again. So what we're going to do with this cardstock is we are going to pass over our embossing buddy. So we're going to rub that over the whole lot. Okay, and we are going to emboss this with silver embossing powder. So we'll get our Versamark ink pad, and we're just going to start stamping all over the cardstock. Just in a lovely little pattern there. Okay, so that's our stamping all done, and we're going to put some silver embossing powder all over our stamped images there on the cardstock. And so just keep pouring our silver embossing powder over the top. So all the mess has gone in here, so I'm just going to give this a good flick. And there are bits here that are extra, so I'm just going to use my finger, but you can use also a brush to brush off any excess areas there that are not meant to be there, like these little one here, get rid of that, and I think that's it. Oh, here a bit more there. Okay, so that's all there done now and stamped. So, oh, there's an extra bit there I didn't see. Just put that in here. Okay, so what I'm going to do is I am going to heat emboss this off camera, and then I'll come back and I'll show you this completed. I'll just put a little bit more, so sorry, I'm going to put a little bit more powder just over the areas that have not taken it well. That's it, and this area here doesn't need that powder there. Okay, so I'm going to heat emboss this off camera and then I'll be back. Hi, I'm back. I've just finished heat embossing the gorgeous Night of Navy cardstock with some silver embossing powder, and that's how that looks. Isn't it beautiful? I love this so much. And incidentally, my wedding colours for my invitations were navy and silver as well, so this is bringing back a lot of memories. So anyway, I'll leave this to the side for it to cool off, and I'm going to bring up my Big Shot. And what we're going to do is we're going to cut a couple of things. So firstly, we're going to use our Big Shot platform with a thin die adapter and a cutting plate. We're going to bring up a scrap piece of Night of Navy cardstock, and we're going to bring out the Stitch Shapes framelits, and we are going to use the smallest stitched shape. So I'll just pop that on here and I'll run that through the Big Shot. Okay, run that through. Okay, oops. Okay, so that's done. And have a beautiful stitch shaped right there. Isn't that gorgeous? The next thing we're going to do is we're going to bring up our silver foil, and we're going to get the second largest stitched shape circle, and from the Trim Your Stockings Thinlits dies, we are going to grab this gorgeous little snowflake. It's one of my favourite dies. I love it. So we're going to put our cutting plate back on top. Okay, and we're going to run that through the Big Shot. And I'm going to run that through again. And one more time because it's such an intricate die. Just want to make sure I get it. Okay, and that is it for the Big Shot work. So I'll take all of this out. And that fell out on its own, which is fantastic. Just scrape it off now. It just somehow fell on there. Just grab my scissors and just kind of bring it up because it's really stuck onto the plate. There we go. Isn't that gorgeous in silver? Love it. And I'm going to pop out our stitch shape framelit. I'm just going to put the snowflake away there, and that's how that looks. So what we're going to do is we're going to stick this and that on top of each other. Isn't that cute? Love that. Okay, I'll put my stitch shape circle away. So what we used was the smallest and then the second one. Okay, so that's all done. So with this, I'm going to pop this up on a dimensional, on 2 dimensionals. Just take off the backing of my dimensionals, and I'll just put this right in the middle of that. So it looks like that, and it has that nice dimension. And with some glue, I'm going to stick the snowflake on top, so it looks like that. So I might actually cut. No, actually I'll just glue it down. Yeah, I'll just glue it down. So grab some glue and just stick this down the middle. So let's put a bit of glue just here in the middle there. Okay, and I'll just stick that right in the middle. So now, oops, you have this looking medallion. See that? Isn't that beautiful? Okay, so we'll put this to the side, so we'll have that later. So we'll bring back our piece, embossed piece of Night of Navy cardstock, and we're going to start scoring. So, bring back my Simply Scored scoring tool, and on the 4-inch side, we're going to score at 0.25 and 1/2 inch and 3 1/2 and then 3 3/4. Okay, then we're going to turn this around to the 8-inch side, and we are going to score at 1 3/4, 2 inches, then we're going to score at 5 and 5 1/4, and that is it with your scoring. Okay, so nice and easy. Okay, I'm not sure if that you can see all that. Okay, so what we're going to do is I'm going to grab my trimmer, and I'm going to cut off 1/2 inch from this side up until this point here on both sides. So I'm just going to grab my paper trimmer, and I'm going to cut off 1/2 inch up until there. Okay, so this way I get a nice straight cut, because I will not be good with the scissors. I will cut it off. So I got up to that point. Then I'll just turn it around on its other side to make it easier for me. Go to the 1/2 inch mark there again. And I'm going to go up until there. And there I've cut off these 2 bits. So that's it with my Simply Scored scoring tool. So I'll just grab my scissors, and I'm going to trim off to that bit there. Okay, and this bit here. So we don't need these anymore. And I'll grab my bone folder. I'll just trim off the score line here because that's not very straight. Okay, and then with the 1/4 inch here, we're just going to cut up to this score line there, and the same on the other side. So it's like a little teeny tiny 1/4 inch of a flap right there. Okay, so that's that there. Okay, so that will form the basis of your little pouch area. So I'll grab my bone folder, and I'll just fold down and score and burnish. Okay, so it's got a little teeny tiny area there. Then do the same here. So just fold and burnish all of the score lines. And then we have, oops, there. Just got to be very careful because it is 1/4 inch. It's quite tiny. There. And there. Okay, so this is now all scored and burnished. Now with this bit here, I'm actually going to miter in that first 1/4 inch just up to there. So you only snip off a little teeny tiny corner, and I'll do the same on this side, and I'll do the same on the other side. Okay, so now that's all done. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to add some tear and tape, and I'll just add it right on the edge there. It's going to be a little, it's going to overhang a little bit, but that's okay because you can fold it in on itself and it'll be fine. So I'll just do another one here and cut that off. So now I'm just going to take off the backing, and as you can see it overhangs, so all you have to do, because it's adhesive on both sides, is you just fold it in on itself. So it's going to work out fine, and it's nice and quick. Okay, you can use liquid glue as well, and that'll be fine. So we'll just fold it in on itself again, and this is very easy now. We just fold in the flaps, okay, and then we fold in here and make the ends meet. Okay, so that's that one there, done. And do the same on the other side. So we fold in here, make the ends meet, and we're done. So I'm just going to bring in my bone folder and just give it a little press from the inside. And so you now have this matchbook looking box. It's really, really cute. I love it. Just give that a really good press there. Okay. So that worked out really nice. Isn't that great? And it'll also make a wonderful wedding favour as well as for Christmas. So I thought I wanted to use like a non-traditional Christmas combination, and I really love, this would be great for actually a winter wedding as well as just for Christmas. So I've got a little packet of M&Ms, some share M&Ms. You can also put in something a little similar. You can pop that in there, makes a cute little gift there, so it looks perfect. Got to flatten out the M&Ms a little bit, but that's okay. And to keep it closed, we're making a belly band. So as I showed you, that's the little medallion part we made before. And this is the 1/2 by 7 1/4 inch strip of cardstock. So what we're going to do is we're just going to put it on the back here and do a mock fold. Actually, I'll do it this way. Like that and like that. And I'm just going to burnish those little score lines I've got there. Didn't see the other one there. Go like that. And like that. Like that. And then do that there too. Okay. So now we put this back around this way. Okay, and we'll add a little bit of tear and tape on that as well, just to make this go a little faster. So I'll just make it meet at the front. And make that meet there, so it's enough. Actually, it's a little too tight, so make sure it's not too tight that you can't slide it off easily. Okay, so that's much better now. Yep. Okay, and we'll add the little medallion on top, and for that I'm going to use another dimensional, so I'll just put the dimensional here in between, and I'll just square this up here in the middle, and there we have a really cute matchbox like. So that's our little belly band. Isn't that cute? I love this. I'll just put it back on. Gorgeous. And our lovely embossed little M&M, kind of like a Matchbook's little box. Super cute. And you hold it together with that lovely, lovely belly band and with our snowflake medallion right there I absolutely love this. Makes a great wedding favour, as I said before. You can give it for Christmas as well. Just change up the colours to suit you. And it's a wonderful, wonderful way to give something just as a small thank you to somebody. I highly recommend the Tags and Trimmings bundle. This bundle is absolutely amazing and can be used in so many different ways, and not just for stockings and pillow boxes. You can use these elements on cards, on your own homemade boxes, whatever you like. It's really, really cool. And this, enjoy, it's what's inside that counts. You can use these elements on other occasions. Also, these little buttons, they will look cute on kids' cards and things like that. So not just for Christmas, this can be used for many, many occasions. And the stitched shapes framelits are wonderful. These are a must-have essential item in your collection, and they make anything look spectacular with just a little bit of that stitched stitching around the shapes. So yeah, hope you enjoyed today's tutorial. If you have any questions, please don't hesitate to contact me through my online store at pepperlyrose.stampinup.net, or you can just leave a comment below this video, and I'll be happy to answer your questions within 48 hours. Thank you so much for coming past. I hope you enjoyed today's very simple project, but wow, I think. And I'll see you again next time. Bye.